All right. Well, cheers, everybody. And thank you for the JV raid. We got one single person.
That's quite the raid.
Welcome to the 51st episode of New Brew, the show where we drink a beer that we've never had before. And and some other stuff too goes on. But let me first off welcome in our panel tonight. We have Alex, the beer master.
What is up, everybody?
East Coast LQ Reviews.
Appreciate you, Andrew.
Yeah.
Miscellaneous Brew Reviews.
Heyo.
Thomas, sometimes known as Thompson. Meadow 75.
Hello.
Beer Man.
Cheers.
Myself, Bumpy Road. We got a Yeah Boys.
Yeah, boy.
Sam Smalley. Palmer Saucy's here. Cheers. Thrash was first.
You gotta seize the inner Thompson.
Yes.
Oh, God.
I don't know.
Good. Cheers to Serge as well. And Tommy Carroll. Welcome in. All right. So Alex was first. Let's see what Alex brought tonight.
Hell yeah.
Shall we?
Yes. Appreciate you, Andrew. I hope you can get this. I mean, I'm pretty sure you can get the other half, but you probably don't. I don't know. All right. We got other half.
Oh, I don't get that.
Oh, you only get it if
Just
you
kidding.
order.
Yeah, I do.
Double something. Okay. Double.
Galaxy Daydream.
Yeah. Double Galaxy Daydream Oat Cream. Imperial Oat Cream India Pale Ale. I don't know why they say India Pale Ale, but it ain't gonna look like an India Pale Ale. It's not. And
What?
as you can
Well,
see,
New England IPA is a New England India Pale Ale.
Hell, yeah.
So
that's true. That's true. I never thought about that, legendary Andrew. So let's pour this
Sure.
up and see what this tastes like and smell like. Can't wait to try it.
Cheers.
Cheers. I get open.
Snap the tin.
Snap.
Oh, yes, that's the legend. That's. Oh, that still smells good. Sweet. Let's pour this up.
Glug, 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 glug.
Well, legendary Andrew, your mind is correct. This is definitely a New England IPA. That's what we want. I hate when they say it's India Pale Ale. It's not. It's really New England IPA. And that's what you want. That's a really juicy, hazy look. Kind of like yellow egg kind of like, but a little bit darker. Not really light, but a little bit. It's definitely New England. One finger ahead. You want me to start? You want me to do if I remember correctly, review it, right?
Sir,
That's correct.
streamline review.
All right, thank you. All right, see
That
the
way
smell.
everybody remembers what you have as you're reviewing.
That smells really dank. That smells dank, juicy, kind of like. Wow, that smells good. I don't smell any sweet. There might be a little bit of sweetness. Let's get into this. That's why I didn't drink this. I wanted to wait until the legendary BuMpY show. Cheers, and let's see what this tastes like, shall we?
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, Alex.
Oh, wait, Alex. Tonight was a Christmas special.
Oh, God.
You better fucking
Nah,
know.
shitting you.
I can't wait for next Monday, though.
Yeah, I asked yesterday. Bullshit. Fucking bullshit.
Very, very juicy. A little bit of creaminess, like it's supposed to be. Wow, that palate, that thickness on the palate, very delicious, very flavorful, very dank. Little bit of sweetness, but it's more dank and more juicy. And then there's also a little bit of dryness in the end. But again, these oat creams I really look forward to. Thank you to Legendary for Jopless. I cannot wait for many more oat cream beers. I'm so happy I got a lot of YouTube friends because they get me hooked on these kind of beers.
No, it's not.
Like I said,
You're doing
juiciness, a little sweetness, a little dankness, a little bit of bitterness on the top of the palate, and also maybe around the mouth a little bit, inside the mouth. It's very delicious. I can't wait to give this a good rating. I'm really enjoying it. Again,
Stay tuned, Jeremy.
yeah, I'm really enjoying this. I love these kind of beers, especially when they have the oats in it. That's perfect. I love oat cream beers with oatmeal, not oatmeal, but oats. It's very delicious. I'm going to shut up now. Let someone else talk. But if you can get this beer, please do, because it's a very tasty beer. I mean, other half has not done me
Is there
wrong.
a date on there? I'd like to see the tab on top. What color the
Sure.
tab is?
Sure.
Well, you don't have to pour it on. Yeah,
Oh,
you
okay.
go for it.
Yeah,
It's a silver tab.
Mhm.
Pennsylvania.
So that's Pennsylvania.
And the date, I'm going to
Don't
try.
turn it too far, Alex.
That's what I'm
Straight up.
saying. I
Just
wanna-
look straight up.
Southern beer from the sky.
You're in your eye.
All right. And then I won't be able to show you the date because I don't feel like making a mess.
You're gonna have to crush the can if you want any
Banging
more.
it like it's a Heinz ketchup bottle.
Well, no, because I do that because I'm Rick Jopless. Because burp the baby. And I like that.
Burp the baby.
Fuck yeah, tell me, Carol.
Nope.
1025.
That is a smudged can.
I think it's
I think it's backwards 1025.
1025. Yeah,
Is
1025.
this upside down? If it is, I'll keep.
Fair
Yeah,
bit.
it's 1025 though. 1025.
Nice.
22.
I like
So
how
it's-
they put the same color dot as the can color.
Well, thank you guys. I appreciate it. It's very pumping. We'll continue drinking this, and we'll see what it's all about. Cheers.
Yeah, thanks for
Right on.
showing up, Alex. and being here.
Oh, you know I'm going to always show up, brother. You know
You
that.
and your beer.
Appreciate you, bub.
Hope you enjoy it. Hope you
Yes,
enjoy it.
please try this yourself too, Legendary Bumpy.
I have.
Oh, you have? All right, good.
Fancy.
All right. What is up, guys? So I got something from Upper Pass Beer Company. Thought it was interesting. These guys are out of Vermont. This is their Move On Up Milk Stout. 5.9% alcohol by volume. Says 30 IBUs. It's got a can on date to 10/31/2022.
Oh, yeah.
Stout brewed with cacao nibs and cold brew coffee. It says a luscious milk stout with rich malt and chocolate tones, brewed with oats. So my beer also has oats, cacao nibs, and a touch of our own fresh roasted first branch cold brew coffee. So this is what it looks like. Pretty cool looking can art. It was $3.65 for a single can. It was on the name of the company, so I took it off. But yeah, I don't know if you guys ever seen that label before. First time for me, Upper Pass. Wow, my camera sucks.
Yeah, I've had a few Upper Pass.
Anything else on here? Brewed. Oh, okay. So this is pretty cool. Brewed for Upper Pass Beer Co. by Von Trapp Brewing in Stowe, Vermont. So it's a contract brew by Von Trapp. So that's good to know. Let's crack it open.
Hey, man, they know some monks.
Yeah. So pour it up.
One trap milk stout. God, that's
Yeah.
piqued my interest a little
Don't
bit.
worry. All right. pitch black in appearance. I'd say brown, more brown. I was gonna say coffee cream, but it's definitely more brown. Creamy head on top. Didn't produce a giant head, but about a half a finger. Lots of big bubbles, kind of all over the place. But nose. So if this is, they're calling it a milk stout. So don't normally milk stouts have lactose in them, or do they not have to?
Uh,
Milk stouts have lactose in them.
I think that's what it says by the book.
So it says a milk stout with rich malt and chocolate tones, brew oats, cacao nibs, and coffee, but it doesn't say lactose, so I'm a little confused. Whatever, we'll see what happens. Nose? Oh, it's
Typically,
very roasty coffee, like coffee grounds. Wow, that's a lot of coffee. If you're not a coffee fan, you want to like this. There's a little bit of like chocolatey undertones, vanilla. A little fig, but for the most part, the coffee in this is so overpowering.
there you go, Luke John. Good comment.
If it is oat milk, then it will be vegan. Well, it says brewed with oats, so I have no idea.
Well, it's God damn.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty straightforward. Like I said, there's little chocolatey undertones, more just that roasted coffee. It doesn't smell offensive. I personally like coffee beers. Cold brew coffee is pretty good. I think the cold brew coffee definitely overpowers the cacao nibs that they put in there. But let's dive in. Cheers.
Cheerio.
Please be delicious.
Mm-hmm.
Don't jinx it.
Yes, Alex. What am I going to say?
Oh, because since I've been
100.
saying it for months, it's creamy.
You got it.
Thanks,
Got
brother.
it there, brother.
Appreciate you, buddy.
There's a lot. This is like straight up coffee. A little bit of like a coffee cream.
Mhm.
Super roasty. It's got a big astringency, so it's pretty dry on the finish. Up front, what I'm noticing, I'd like to see a little bit more chocolate. It's got like I said, even with the nose on the palate, it's got like an underlying like tiny bit of chocolate flavor, but it's so roasty. Coffee punches you in the face. I mean, I like it. I think it's actually pretty good. There's a little bit of raisin in there, slight like breadiness, but for the most part, it's just straight on coffee. A little malty. It's got like a little bit of like maybe like a touch of caramel in there. Not bad at all. Yeah, it's a decent beer. Carbonation's pretty low. It's not super filling. It's about medium bodied. It's a lot more easy sipping than you would think, given the color of it. As far as the lactose part, I'm not tasting anything that's kind of reminiscent to the lactose. You can kind of tell when it has the lactose in it. The oats are given a good. I think the oats just kind of add to the mouthfeel. I don't think you're gonna get any like oat flavor, but overall, not bad. I'll sip on it a little bit longer. It's a little cold. It's a little chilled, so
What's the
maybe
ABV?
it'll start to open up once it starts to warm up. Cheers, guys.
What's the ABV, legendary Cat?
Sure.
ABV is 5.9%.
Oh, nice. Sweet.
Yeah.
Ooh,
yeah.
kind of the higher side of a milk stout, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Sweet.
That's what you want. It's a stout.
I've seen that one on the shelf. I've never picked it up because of the coffee.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't
I
like
was just
it. Yeah, it's really
Yeah, but
coffee.
you know what's funny, Tanner? The legendary BuMpy does try to buy coffee beers just to give them a taste to see if
Give
it
'em a
does
shot.
taste like coffee or not.
I mean, I can't skip over every coffee. I mean, breakfast stouts are coffee stouts.
Right, but you still drink them sometimes. Yeah.
If this had
They got a
lactose,
sweetness to them.
I mean, if it had lactose or something in it, it would probably cut through that like strong dark roast coffee flavor. But it's also used. They're also using cold brew, so cold brew is also like more concentrated and more of a, stronger coffee flavor to begin with. So it's not just like coffee beans or coffee. They're using the cold brew coffee. But, cheers.
Thanks, Cheers. Cheers.
Mm.
Right, we got mistletoe.
Legendary
Oh, okay.
Andrew.
I should hang one up over there. So yeah, I get a product tonight. It's from a small brewery out of Chicago, Illinois.
Ooh.
Comes in at a ABV of 13.9%. This is from Goose Island. This is their Bourbon County 2022 Sir Isaac Stout. Yeah. This says notes of dried fruit, honey, brown sugar, and lime zest.
Oh,
Interesting. Where did my church key go? Oh, there we go.
Somewhere, legendary Andrew. There it is.
Oh yeah.
I gotta find those beers, but they're gonna be gone by now. But hey,
Is that a 2022?
yeah, he
Yeah.
did say
This is the Sir Isaac Stout.
I didn't hear that part. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to try to
It's
find
crispy head there. Dirty glass on that side. Pretty dark opaque. Like I said, it's gone. Sizzling away. Probably one finger. Reddish cocoa colored head. Very soapy, rocky. Alcohol is present. It's just the way it fizzles out. On the aroma, I did pull this out a little bit before the show started. Yeah.
Pour it out before the show starts.
The legendary Andrew always does.
Well, depends on what kind of show you're running.
Yeah.
But definitely dark fruit. You're definitely getting that fig, like plum raisin. Very, very strong. Dark bread, pumpernickel, slight oaky, smoky note. I don't pick up honey and brown sugar. There's a sweetness to it. And no lime zest. I don't know. I'm getting a little bit of that rich, like baker's chocolate tobacco, slight smoky. It smells really good. It smells like it's bringing the noise. Let's go ahead and drink it. Cheers, boys. Yeah, there you go. There's your fingernail.
Cheers.
Cheers, bro.
Fizzled right out.
Please be delicious, Andrew. Please be delicious.
Oh, doorbell. Somebody.
You got the doorbell over here.
It's Mormons.
No.
Uh-oh. You're smiling. That means it's delicious.
You boys ready for this?
Please.
I'm ready.
I bet you it's delicious. I could see the smile.
It's thin, but it's viscous. It's got like an oily mouthfeel, but it's thin. Brown sugar, dark fruit, sweet cake like malt, like brown. This is different.
Do you taste that lime in there?
Trust me, I'm looking for.
That's kind of a weird addition.
I'm looking for that. It is a weird addition. I wasn't thinking they'd do that.
Well, they've been doing these weird dishes for the past couple of years, and they've been pretty well so far. I haven't gotten this year's, but
There's a slight zingy tartness at the end. I don't think lime zest is the best thing say, but this is not bad. I'm gonna sit here and sip on it a little bit more. Interesting product.
The interesting.
I can't tell you if I'm on the fence or off the fence. I'm kind of in crossroads.
Would you get it again, Andrew, if you get a chance?
Well, you're gonna have to stay
tuned.
Stay tuned and hang out because
All right. Of course
we're
I'm
only
gonna hang
20
out.
minutes in.
Your trip.
If I scored now, everybody would go home, Al.
I get what
Right.
you're putting down.
That's why the new rule is Alex scores last.
That's it, BuMpY. I get to meet you next time we hang out. I swear, I love you.
Like Alex, you can't even pour your beer until we're done with the question. All right. We're gonna bring up Thomas.
Right,
Metals.
I'm gonna
75.
go
Thanks, Miss Ladies.
on somewhat of a similar theme here as a Bourbon County style stout beer. We are going to Salem, Connecticut, brewed and bottled by the Fox Farm Brewery in Salem, Connecticut. This is their Baltic Porter called, and it's 11%. Called Echoes.
Oh, that's Drunken One's thing.
Yeah, see, Echoes all the time. Bourbon barrels. You can't even really read this. Bourbon barrels, aged in bourbon barrels, Baltic Porter, aged in bourbon barrels, and stainless steel with honey. So I'm not going to read the full description on the foxfarmbeer.com website, but they are saying after lagering in stainless steel for 8 weeks, we transferred a portion about 60% into Blanton's bourbon barrels. Wow. Stainless steel and oak aged components were blended back together prior to canning, and that would have been on the week of August 12th. So, and this is a 12-ounce can, and it is roughly about $5.75 for a singular can at the brewery. All right, let's put this in a tulip glass from Shipyard, because why not?
Shipyard. Isn't that New Jersey Shipyard, if I remember correctly?
That's Ship Bottom.
Ship Bottom. Okay, too many ships.
Ship Bottom. Portland, Maine, Shipyard.
I drink Shipyard beers. I got confused.
They're kind of lackluster, but that's just me. Anyways, here's the beer. It is I can see a lot of mahogany, dark red colors, but it does look super dark on camera. And I didn't really pour aggressively. I probably could have gotten away with being aggressive. One finger head. A little bit of popping and fizzing. Definitely a khaki looking head. This has been sitting out for probably the last 20-25 minutes, so it's cool, but it's not super cold. All right. Definitely getting coconut. There's definitely coconut in the bourbon barrels from the bourbon barrel. Definitely getting a dark baker's chocolate. Something with a high cacao percentage in there. Brown bread. Syrupy notes. It is pretty cleanly, thanks to it being a Baltic port and them using lager yeast and undergoing the lagering techniques there. The lagering aging process. What else? Definitely some vanilla and cinnamon. Not a lot of cinnamon, but there is some vanilla. Baking spices. Very light. They take a back seat to the coconut, the chocolate, the baker style chocolate. Definitely a dark roast coffee, and it's just pretty, and bready malts, brown bready malts. Pretty clean smelling beer overall. Some lactose in the flavor too. Cheers. Let's try it.
Cheers, Eric.
Cheers.
Cheers, Eric.
Cheers.
Cheers. Please be delicious. I hope it is.
Yeah, the lager yeast makes this beer really clean and crisp and refreshing for an 11%er. Coconut, dark chocolate. There is an astringency to it. I'm getting a bitterness towards the mid palate. There's like a grainy bitterness to it. Maybe a little on the earthy side of things. Definitely the baker style dark chocolate.
How was that?
Definitely like a coconut chocolate cake. There's vanilla in there, light spicing, baking spices, baking spicy note, cinnamon. I'm not real. I mean, I am getting coconut, but I'm not really getting a huge punch from the Blanton's barrels or from the bourbon barrels at all. Not a giant punch. It's a very light, delicate beer. I'm not really getting. They say they're utilizing honey, but I'm not thinking honey like sweetness. I can see maybe where that's at and some darker fruits, but I'm not really thinking honey. I'm just thinking generalized sweet, malty flavors out of the Baltic Porter. It's got about a medium style body. It kind of thins out in the finish. Not as heavy as the Bourbon County Stout that Miscellaneous was drinking. Again, crisp, clean, ultra refreshing for what it is. And I don't know if you're looking for the Imperial Stout experience, the bourbon barrel aged Imperial Stout experience with a lighter and easier going drinkability, I guess. Baltic Porter would be your style of beer, and this one is pretty good. It's just not as rich and full bodied and complex as some other barrel aged products. But this is a really uniquely interesting style of beer. So good on you, Fox Farm. I will sip and think, and we'll be back for a number.
Oh, sipping and thinking. Now that's
That's irresponsible.
ooh, yeah.
Cheers.
You don't want to drive yourself crazy.
Cheers, Eric.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Beer. Beer man.
Hi. All right. Well, I went to the shop. I got off work today, and my dude was like, "Hey, man, I got this," and it's called the Veil Brewing out of
Oh, really?
Tennessee. Yeah.
We got 2 drops from them. and then
Richmond,
they
Virginia.
stopped.
Oh, really? Oh, nice. Cool. Yeah, this one's called Crucial Taunt 3. And it's an Imperial, probably a hazy. I don't know. They never say what it is. Oh, it's a triple dry hop, double India Pale Ale, 8%. Yeah, Richmond, Virginia. And it's 11:14, so it's fairly fresh. Enough time to get over the green. Let's open it. In the wrong glass, but that's okay because I broke my other good one. It's definitely a hazy New England style IPA. It's poured about a middle finger, middle fruit head. Off white, like a yellow tint to the color. Actually, a little rocky on the top. Nice tight bubbles. Hazy looking beer, nice opaque orange, almost like a tang orange or a I guess you could just go with orange, like navel orange or any kind of orange out there. Yeah, looks kind of milky, looks kind of citrusy, looks juicy. Let's get in the nose. Oh boy, that's good. That smells really good. It smells like tang, actually. Tang and mango. It smells like orange and mango.
Tang and
Little
Big
Bill
time.
Clinton in there.
With milk. It's got like milk. It's got to have milk sugar in there or something. Just come out with some kind of sweetness. It's very what's what in there?
I was making a Bill Clinton joke.
Oh.
Tang.
It's very sweet. It's got a very nice sweetness in the nose. Good lacing already hanging there. Good little leggy thing going down a bit. Maybe I don't know, but it's lacing. That's good. Yeah, let's drink this. Cheers.
Yeah.
Cheers, man.
Cheers.
Oh man, that's really good. That's really good. I've never even heard of these guys. This is really nice. It's very smooth and silky, very creamy, but it also has like a pithy kind of bite to it. The mouthfeel is that like nice smooth, silky. Then the body's like definitely medium. Boy, it's living a really nice after flavor of tang, man. Tang, orange tang, and mangoes are the 2 major components I think in this. You're getting a little bit of pear
As long as you know how to cut those mangoes.
Yeah, right.
This is so good. Very citrusy, very fruit bomby. I'm trying to figure out what else is in here. I'm getting almost like a cantaloupe, maybe too. It's zingy, kind of zesty up in the roof of the mouth, up on the palate, up in the back. It gets a little zesty too. It finishes off somewhat dry, but it's almost like they're like they might have put in like thiol kind of stuff in this. It's really punching with the tropical. Like it's got a bigger tropical, I think, than citrus. Very, very good. It is a little slight yeasty, but it's like a tropical yeast. It's like really, it tastes really good. This is phenomenal. That's all I got to say about it. I'm trying to get more out of it, but I can't really go any further. So I'm just gonna say it's really delicious. I can't wait to talk about it later. So cheers, man.
Oh yeah.
Cheers,
I'm gonna
man.
get these guys again, man. Fuck yeah.
Thanks, beer man. Cheers.
You're welcome.
For
Thank
being
you.
a chill, laid back beer reviewer.
Not too, yeah, keep it fast. Yeah.
Whoa. Now you're not laid back anymore.
No. Hey,
Sorry.
I'm able to drink IPAs again. I'm getting my flavors back, so that's good.
Excellent.
Been testing each night, and tonight's the night where
I need to
I can taste hoppiness without the bitterness just being like.
Go for careful, Tanner. Get some ketchup on you.
But I'm not doing an IPA tonight. That was just my side beer, just to see how my palate was going. Let me grab a new glass.
Positive prognosis so far.
We need a.
Ooh, a dark beer, huh?
Yes.
The dark beer.
Did you really just bang that glass off of something?
No.
Don't do. Broke both of those, man. That's the Luigi Bermoli shit, right? That Italian glass.
All right, so this comes from Londonderry, New Hampshire. It's from 603 Brewery. This one's called The Mitts. It's a limited release. They release it every year, right after when all the specialties, imperial stouts and stuff come out from all the breweries. And this is the stuff that sits on the shelf because nobody really buys it. But anyways, I've had a few of these over the years. I actually just did one of this year's releases on John and Ellie's channel last week. It was Saturday. What the hell was it?
Friday.
I can't keep track because he doesn't have.
I don't know what. It was just kind of a random thing. But I did the bourbon one, which I already had the prior year too. I've also had the rye whiskey version of this last year, which I liked. So I bought this one. So it's called the Mitts, right? And then it's they do a bunch of different barrel aging of an imperial stout. So it's an imperial stout, 11.9% ABV. This one's called Cuvée des Mitts. What this is a special blend of American whiskey, apple brandy, bourbon, and rye barrels. While working security at the catacombs in Paris, I met a master blender with a nearby cognac distillery. So this is the cat talking. If you guys can follow along, the cat is named the Mitts. All right, so this is him telling a story. Yeah, they spoke with such passion about their art of blending. I then knew I had to get an internship. It was at that distillery that I sharpened my skills and developed my love for blending barrel-aged liquids. With this cuvée, I have blended only the finest of our barrels together to create a truly unique offering. Signed, Mitzi. All right. Logitech on blurry. Bring me back.
You're asking a lot.
I am asking a lot. Maybe I should open this as I wait for it to maybe focus. Oh, there we go.
Oh, you're back.
All right. So I already pre-cut this. Miscellaneous told me that he would have done it a different way than I did. Now, what they did start doing this year is they have like a little special stamp thing. So that looks like
That's the cat Mitz.
Josh's cat there, Gracie. Grace. Opened it up. Came open pretty easy. I almost grabbed my microphone to pour into. Don't want to do that. Let's pour this. So these are thin bodies, thin-bodied imperial stouts, I should say. Glug 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 action, and there we go. We got. It's got a khaki head, fairly tight bubbles. It is building. The head is starting to build just a touch. It will start to dissipate, but yeah, it's kind of a nice head, kind of soap sudsy. And the color of the beer itself is, it's got like some kind of caramel brownish type hue, so very deep brown to black colored beer. Some aromas on this multi-blended barrel imperial stout. Well, I definitely get the cognac. I get that brandy anyway, so can't really call it cognac, but brandy. It's very figgy. Lots of dark fruits. This is like loaded with dark fruits. This probably, this smells much better than just the bourbon barrel aged one. I'm getting hot now.
Oh shit! It's got the
there is a touch of like the bourbon and the rye and stuff like that in there too. There's a little bit of a spicy nose to it. A little bit of a sweet, like almost vanilla, slight chocolate. If you can think of like the chocolates that come out and they might have like something inside them, like cherry or even grape, whatever, just or raisin, figginess, stuff like that. It's chocolate covered stuff. Slight oakiness. The aroma on this is pretty good. It's pretty damn impressive. So, all right, cheers.
Cheers, Moby.
This one's body is a little bit thicker than thin. Just a little bit. So it kind of has this, I don't know, there's a texture to it almost. The flavors aren't as good as the aromas. Far off. There is a almost a wine type thing going, like a deep red wine, and that could be possibly coming from the brandy because that's fruit.
It's a grape-based liquor.
Yeah, just the ever so slightest chocolate, a little bit of roasty action. I do get a bit of grain. I get wet cardboard.
Oh,
Not good. Little bit of a burn going down, a bit of warming burn in the chest. I can't really tell if it's just the bitterness of the beer or if it is an alcohol presence, but there is something there is definitely a bitterness, but there's the tail end is like, it could be like a bit of an alcoholic flavor plus.
Is it astringent? That's the word.
Bitterness. Yeah, there's just, I don't know. I'm not sure if that belch was pretty gross. I'm not sure if that was just a mixture between the IPA that I just drank and in this beer. Oh my god. All right. I'm gonna take you guys back to junior high school. Do you know when you in a class and you had to dissect things or something?
I never
You ever had to dissect a squid?
No, a squid. No.
Yeah. All right. So a squid and formaldehyde. When you dissect it, the flavor note that I got when I belched was kind of the aromas of a squid that was in formaldehyde. It's just like seaweed.
Buy that beer,
Weird.
people.
Yeah. All right. Fuck. The aromas on this were fantastic. Let me remind you. Wow.
Well, they all can't be winners.
They could be winners on the aromas, but might not be winners on the taste. You never know.
Thus, they all can't be winners.
No, it can't be legendary, Eric.
On my scoring, I'm not going to put my belch flavor in there, but it was just such a weird. I think it was a mix. I think it was the IPA coming back up with.
What do they call that? The back.
Yeah, the flavors on this one are just kind of like I don't know. It tastes more wine forward than anything. I'm not really getting much else. I'm not getting a lot of the barrel notes. I'm not getting anything really, but like there's a fruit note in there, and then I do get this kind of cardboardiness with roast, and there's a bitterness. It's just a bitter. It's just and that's the thing, is it's just a bitterness. It's not like it's coming off piney or anything like that. It's just bitter. Yeah, so it might be tannic. I don't know. All right. Well, anyways, we're gonna go ahead and go for this free-for-all thing. I'll bring up the comments that people are saying. I appreciate you guys talking. Obviously, as I'm talking and trying to think, chat. I appreciate you. Fuck, I can't even talk now. Appreciate you guys chatting along, anyways. And here we go.
Free-for-all.
Free for all.
Yeah, that's just fighting.
I got a flu shot a couple hours ago. I'm feeling a little tiny, slight bit under the weather, so I sound like not a real reviewer this evening. That would be why. But the beer that I'm drinking, this Echoes Baltic Porter from Fox Farm, aged in bourbon barrels and stainless steel with honey, is there's the can again. I'm not disliking it maybe as much as BuMpY's disliking his beer, but I think the same thing in a nutshell about the body, at least it sounds like. But you may get that from Baltic Porters though, depending on what kind of what the brewery is trying to do. This one's got a thinner body. I would still call it a medium body, but there is a wateriness in relation to some of the bigger malty flavors and the darker chocolate flavors in there. I'm not really getting the honey at all, and I'm getting a coconut and maybe some cinnamon and possibly vanilla that I can attribute to the bourbon barrels, specifically Blanton's, but they only blended around 60% of the beer into the Blanton's barrels. The other 40 is, I think, just the stainless steel, which may be giving it some more cleanly flavors, cleaner flavors overall in the finish too. And maybe attributing to its not super complex flavors for what it is. But at $5, like 75 cents a can, that's super worth the price of admission, I would have to say. You're not going to find... I've never heard of another beer aged in Blanton's barrels. It seems like a very unique beer to do this. And then to blend it like that, it's a very unique beer to try. It does taste unique and separate from a lot of other barrel-aged products I've had. I don't know if I like this better than.
Now, Eric, I was going to ask you really quick. Have you had the framing hammers?
Yes.
How would you compare it to one of those?
The framing hammers that I've had, I haven't had any. I can't recall having many of these variants. Maybe one or two, but I recall the framing hammer having a bigger, thicker, more syrupy body. That was more like an imperial stout than this thing is. This thing is just a little bit I don't know, just it's a tad thin on the mouthfeel at about 11%. And I recall on a barrel aged version of Framing Hammer stuff getting more barrel influence. They may have not. I forget what they said on the. They said they only did this. I forget what kind of a time frame that they had in the barrels, but I think they might have possibly needed to use more time in the barrels to really give out the influence. I think they kind of just did maybe a couple weeks finishing and that was it. But yeah, kind of thin on the body, but it's decent drink. It's super easy going at 11%. So yeah, that's my thought so far. Rating? If I got to give it a rating now, I would give it an 80. I give it an 88. It's borderline on the A range, but it is a very, very high recommendation. Yeah, that's all I can say.
Yes.
Nice. Yeah, the Framing Hammers, they have a lot of like the series in general. I don't know if it's in all is it an all adjunct series? Maybe that's a question for BuMpY.
That I don't know.
Is every Framing Hammer have an adjunct, or is there like one that's just
No, they just did. They have a standardized one that's
JV.
just,
Oh, okay.
they didn't have the variation.
They have just like a regular
beer,
barrel aged Baltic Porter.
Mm-hmm.
Because all of those are really good. Every one that I've had has been really good.
Yeah, they have a barrel age.
It's gone, Alex.
True that, John.
They have a Baltic Porter.
We had two.
And a
You're
barrel.
fucking wrecked.
It's only got a little hole.
This will be the only one, and I'm going to do my beer review, and then that's it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing my.
Mm-hmm.
You know what, Alex? You know what, Alex? I don't like your attitude.
Jeez.
Appreciate
It was you, Alex.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Appreciate you, brother.
Yeah.
That was my spiel. Anybody else want to talk about theirs?
I guess I'll talk about my beer if nobody wants to dive in. Why was somebody else going to say something?
I don't think so.
The Move On Up Upper Pass Beer Company. It's pretty good. It's definitely not for someone who doesn't like super strong coffee flavor. I think they did a pretty good job with it. I'm liking it. I'm sipping on it. It's actually one of those milk stout coffee beers that you can actually you can get down pretty quick. I did I did a what was it? Oh, the mystery beer, and I had that milk stout and Moment of Clarity. I remember having that at Treehouse, and then my mystery beer was the Moment of Clarity again. And that Moment of Clarity milk stout reminded me. I thought it was a barrel aged. I mean, it was like 2 years old, which I didn't even know that you could actually even age milk stouts. But I looked online. Apparently, you can do it. Normally, do it. So I mean, this doesn't have the age that did. But yeah, that Moment of Clarity was top notch. So if I'm comparing this to that, this is good. It's definitely on the more drinkable side. That the one that I had by Treehouse was very filling. It was kind of hard to drink, but the flavor and the complexity was unbelievable. With this one, I'll give this beer I think it deserves a solid 90. If you're a coffee fan, I think you would really, really enjoy this. So as far as coffee beer, milk stout, yeah, I think that if you like cold brew coffee in general, like the Starbucks stuff, even if you buy those single bottles of cold brew coffee, or if you just get cold brew coffee at wherever you buy coffee, Dunkin', that's what we got over here, Honeydew. I think you would really enjoy this. So yeah, I think 90 is a good score for this beer. I just wish there was a little bit more chocolate, cacao nib influence, but the oats do really add to the body, and it makes it it makes it smooth on the mouthfeel, but it's not overly milky, creamy mouthfeel to the point where it's too filling. So I mean, it's a good balance. I definitely think it's a well balanced beer, and the fact that it's a contract brew is a plus as well, because for the most part, you guys know how contract brews go.
Mhm.
Sometimes hit or miss.
Very.
Get fucked. Jimmy.
Well, I'm gonna.
Alex, no.
I love you, Bumpy.
Hey, you gotta wait. You
You
gotta
gotta
wait.
wait.
Alex.
You gotta go last.
Are you ball busting me?
No.
What's the problem?
Huh, I don't know. Did everybody talk about their beer? I don't know.
Yeah, somebody else jump in. Miscellaneous, go.
Whoa.
Oh, you want me to go, huh?
I still
Yeah,
gotta
go.
try to score mine.
Oh,
All right.
Oh,
So the Bourbon County Sir Isaac
there's
Stout,
no beer.
definitely more on the prune fig prune fig. Tobacco influence is coming through a little bit more. It has a fresh tobacco, almost reminds me of like a Levi Garrett or fresh pack of Red Man. If
Whoa.
anybody's ever smelled like actual chewing tobacco,
Yes.
it's got a good influence of that, and it's not over the top. I'm getting the tobacco more that way. The mouthfeel did develop a little bit more as it warmed up. It became a little bit more. I'm just gonna say medium. It's definitely not full. It's medium bodied, very viscous, sticky. Brown sugar, dried fruits are all there. I guess there is a little bit of honey sweetness. That's what it says on the bottle. Lime zest, not so much. Initially, when I cracked it and I tried it, just a bit of some kind of zingy something on the end. It's not astringent. You don't get it at all as the beer sits. Not bad. I like this better than the base beer this year as well. I mean, I don't know. That's all I'm saying.
Nice.
Pretty good product.
101.1. That was my temperature last night before I.
Oh, Jesus. Bro.
Yes. It's like binary.
No, definitely not going to get 100. But you have to wait and see.
Well, damn.
Damn you too, beer man.
Damn you. Here I'll go since we're making Alex go last.
That's right.
Anticipation there, Alex.
Wait, you want to go, Alex? You go, man.
No. I want
No, I'm not
to.
gonna- I don't want
Oh,
to
he's going last, beer man.
All right, you're going last. Snuff into a Slim Jim.
This
All
isn't
right.
punishment on Alex. This is to make JV and everybody else wait for Alex's score.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'll give you a sprite. Okay.
You gotta stick around and watch
Wait a
the
minute.
now. Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, right back
Okay,
there.
beer man.
Oh, this will be quick because I got it all written down. I'm just
No.
Bumpy went all the
hey,
way.
man. Slight hot burn in this, nice spicy hot burn. White grape for sure. I was saying like a thiolized kind of yeast or something like that. Adding that white grape kind of tropical kind of thing to with the yeast and everything else. Really nice. Pear comes out like a nice white pear. Major orange tang and mango. Very nice. A slight floral bite was coming out of this, and there was a bitterness, but it was very light, but very sweet and tangy. Tropical citrusy awesomeness. It was just wow. Great silky smooth milky mouthfeel, sweetness in the nose and the flavor, a fizziness on the tongue and finish, hidden alcohol. The burp was nice. It pushed the flavors through again, and I loved it. It wasn't like throw up, Absolutely beautiful beer here. I can't wait to drink my other two I have in the fridge. I have a stout, a coffee stout of theirs, and another IPA that I bought. They are spendy, but boy, are they worth it. On the same line as Hot Butcher for sure. Like honestly, I mean that. I put that out there. I'm serious. Like I would say this is a 97 out of 100, but I'm gonna go 95 because I've only had this one from them. So I'm gonna stick it right there. until I find out what their other ones are at. But I would definitely do a 97 on this. But very good. It's very good. Get them
Sweet.
if you can get them.
Go get them.
Yes.
All right. I'm going to go, and then Alex is going to go. I'm not going to take too long. I'm just going to say on mine, like I mentioned, the aromas on this fantastic. I get this pretty high aroma score on my 50-point scale. This is probably the best smelling out of the mitts that I've had. The flavors, on the other hand, probably one of the worst. It just seems like it's just too much stuff going on, and it just didn't nail it. So I'm going to end up scoring this lower than what I scored the bourbon barrel-aged one, which I gave that a 39 out of 50. I'm going to give this a 37.5 out of 50. The flavors hurt it that much. Off the aromas, I thought this thing was going to be up there in the very good to almost excellent range. But, yeah, the flavors on it are just very, very lacking and kind of go off the beaten path of even an imperial stout and kind of go more into wine country for some reason. Yeah, so 37.5. It makes it it's a good beer. I wouldn't pay the price for this one that I did. It's like $13.99, I think, for the bottle. So it's a 500 ml. It's not worth it. Get yourself a Bourbon County if you can. It'll be cheaper and much better.
And more delicious, probably.
More delicious.
So that's that. Now, the moment that everybody's been waiting for. And Tommy, you said that you had a question, so make sure that you throw that question out, please.
Yeah, I'd like to hear the question too,
because Alex is about to reveal what he thinks of that other half.
I like this oat cream beers. Really looking forward to trying more of these beers, more of the oat cream of the other half and other half beers in general. But thanks to Legendary Rick Joplin, I hate to repeat myself, thanks to him, I've gotten into the oat creams, and I'm very happy. And it's their New England, their New England IPA kind of style too. So that's what I love. Thanks to Legendary BuMpY and all my peeps, which is Brandon and Trish, and like I said, all my peeps. If it wasn't for that stuff, if it wasn't for those peeps, I wouldn't be drinking this delicious stuff anyway. Maybe, but probably not. So I'm gonna give this
100.
Yeah.
because I like it. I don't know if knows how to make good oat cream stuff. I love that oat stuff. I really do. I really, really do. Yeah. It's not as creamy as the original, as the other one I had, but it still has that great thickness a little bit. A great flavor. So I'm gonna give this 100. It's a very good beer. And
you give it a what?
100. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you can get Other Half Dreams series, please do. Right, if it's an oat cream version, right, if it's just regular, I don't know. Grab it. There's a blue version of it. There's a blue can of this too. Legendary FLX Beer Reviews has one, or at least had one a couple of weeks ago. So if you don't get what I'm putting down, ask the legendary Dan or Mike. They're the ones that had a blue version of this beer. And I love my oat cream, and I'm looking forward to finding that one as well. But this one I found, and I knew it was that series. So, hey, I wanted to grab it, and it's been delicious ever since.
Cheers. Cheers.
Cheers. Thank you for your 1 million score. Dan is very appreciative of that.
You're welcome, Legendary BuMpY and Legendary Jeremy and all those people.
All right. Well, Tommy Carroll, you've disappointed me tonight, unless you can throw out your question right away.
Write the question down.
What is your question? I'll give you probably about 30 seconds, and I'll go ahead and just ask one. $100. Yes, everybody. Alex gave
Tap it out.
the other half, the
Tap
double
it in.
galaxy.
It's all in the hips.
Yeah, he's like a modest man. Oh,
Modest man.
Okay, we have the question from Tommy Carroll. It is, what was the best time you've ever had while you were drinking?
the best time. Wow. That's a
Wow, that
question
is
to
a
have.
question for sure.
I know Alex's answer to that.
This,
question.
Good Lord.
I don't know. Like this. I don't think I can honestly answer this 100%.
The best time.
Whoa. There's a lot of times. It's been the
What
best.
time do you remember,
okay.
Beer Man?
Do you want me to go first?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm wearing socks.
The best time that I have had while drinking, I can't say exactly there's one best time, but it has always been. So we had like the get together with a bunch of YouTubers when we did the Boston gathering.
The first one, exactly.
Fantastic. That was awesome. Like each and every night, except for the last night, that was really rough. Because I'd basically been up for many hours with Dio, who kept me up for many hours too. But yeah, that was fantastic. And then the other time was definitely Beer Tour Palooza. Just meeting up with all the YouTubers and just being able to drink up. I mean, we've had good times like Tanner, John, Nelly, myself. We've gotten together a few times, and those are fun as hell too. But just with a group of people, it makes it more. I don't know. It's just more happening. There's more going on, and you're not so much thinking about like I'm lonely and drinking by
I'm be
myself.
making eggs, boys.
Yeah, but these are always fun too. I enjoy doing these online things, like beer and cheese and stuff. Those are my fun times. That's my
True
fun.
that.
It's my fun stuff.
It's good stuff. Yeah.
Let's do this.
Cool. Should we go on the line? Just go. Or,
Yeah.
Go ahead, J Beer Man.
I have a couple times, man. I mean, there's a lot of times. There's a lot of times, but two that stick out the most. One was in Boone, North Carolina, when I was living there. We had a big old party. I was playing harmonica for everyone. We were having a good time, and I got really drunk. And it was just so fun, There might have even been harder drugs there. I don't know, but it was really fun.
No.
I remember it, so that was a good thing.
God.
The other time would be me, and I remember this until I started throwing up in the bush. But I was rolling down at a Pearl Jam concert over in Charlotte at Blockbuster Pavilion. And I was rolling down the Money Hill. Oh, dude, it was. I got drunk. On like, I don't know, like their freaking $6 beers that they sell at the time. It's probably 10 or 11 now, like Bud Light or whatever. But I just kept drinking that.
Cheaper than a $17 White Claw.
Oh yeah, dude. They didn't even have White Claws. But I got like the security guard pulled me to the side and told me to calm down, and I ended up throwing up in the bush like a couple times, 3 or 4 times.
I don't know, Jeremy. He's texting you.
Jeremy,
boy, was that fun though? It was good stuff. There's a lot of other times though, but there you go.
All right, Beer Man. Woo.
For me, I'd say, I think based off the fact that we didn't just get super washed. So, I mean, at least I could just remember what happened. I would say the first night at Beer Tour Palooza would probably be the best night for me because, doing YouTube I've been doing YouTube for almost 5 years now, and getting with a group of people that everyone's just kind of cracking open different stuff, and they trying so much product, and it's like it started to get overwhelming to the point where like every 5 to 10 minutes you were trying something else. So it wasn't even the factor of getting super messed up. It was more of just like being able to try so much different product.
Oh yeah.
But doing like bar hopping with Eric has always been
All of the night.
Hells yeah.
we got to do that again. That's always a wicked fun time. Going to different breweries, trying out different places, going and just driving to different states, going and hanging out with BuMpY, driving to Massachusetts to go to different breweries and stuff. Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, I have such a great time doing that. But the get-togethers where everybody's just like saving up bottles. You know, a lot of people are taking bottles out of their stash and they're cracking them open, and we got this big event with all these people. It's got to be more than once a year. I'm like thinking about it. I'm like, ah, shit, man, we got to do more than one beer tour palooza. You know, it's so fun. It really is. When you're trying different stuff that you can't get in your area, and you know, there's products out there that someone has, and you know, maybe it's a company that you've always wanted to try and you never got the chance, and then someone just pulls out a bottle. It's
home bitches, wild card.
Yeah.
Right.
But,
that's cool, yeah.
But yeah, I think it would be like the number one night to answer that question properly would be the Friday when I first got to Beer Tuber Palooza, because there was just so much going on. You know, there's so many beers being passed around. But like I said, we gotta figure something out to where we can have more than one of those a year. Try to get more people get together.
I loved my first meetup with my YouTube people, and I want to continue to do that. I love it.
Yeah, man.
I like my first meetup, my YouTube hooker.
I keep that BuMpY. I love you.
I'm gonna keep it short and sweet for Tommy Carroll's question. I plead the fifth.
Keep it up, BuMpY.
You had two good of times.
That's it.
There you go.
I prefer not to talk about
it. So the question was, what was the best time? The best time
you
ever had while you were drinking?
That's my answer. I plead the fifth.
The best time. The best time ever when drinking.
All right. Well, fuck. There was this one time I won 11 games of beer pong in a row, and we were going to play 12 games, and we lost on purpose and lost on redemption. So we smashed their beer and then walked out of there.
That sounds fun. Hell yeah.
I guess. I don't know. That's a highlight, but not the best time. I still plead the fifth.
That sounds pretty good to me. Yes, Julie. Best times. Trying Haiti Topper and Treehouse for the first time in Trillium were really good times. Having the Treehouse and being able to share it with somebody like Alex the Beer Master was a really great time.
You know, I need to go get more of that because
I don't look so forward to Memorial Day weekend 2021. But you were like, well, he's going to Treehouse. Well, you know you're going to go to Treehouse, Legendary Eric. You know you're going to do that.
I didn't get to go to Treehouse, but I had you go get it.
So you're like, you know you're going to go. You know you're going to go. I'm like, you're probably damn right. Like, this is the time to go and try to experience that.
Hoping one year I'll go up there again, go to the actual Treehouse and just try their beers, because I was a little buzzed at the time. I need to enjoy beer when I'm not freaking buzzed.
Yeah. And I'm sure whatever happens in Memphis this year is going to be kind of fun with the beer community. But
I'm going to try to get there, but if I can't, I can't, but I'll try.
Yeah, don't hold your breath. But if you can
hold my breath,
go right ahead and try to do that. Yeah. But I would say getting together with people in this community has been some of the more fun stuff. So it's just a better experience overall. Just being able to enjoy craft beers with people that you actually like to hang out with and converse with, because I think it's not necessarily about the product. It's about the people that you're hanging around with and in that companionship you're having. So drinking alone is not so fun. But yeah, last year on Memorial Day, that was fun up in Chelmsford, Massachusetts.
I
And,
would
and-
love to do that again next year.
yeah, you remember that was your favorite, was the Memorial Day, right?
Yes, but I'm saying, Eric, I'll have to talk to you and all my peeps and see if we can all get together.
How we're doing what we're doing, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool. We'll figure it out. No stress. Okay.
But yes, Memorial Day for Alex, right?
Well,
That was your favorite drinking moment, right?
yes, that was my favorite. Well, because I was meeting my YouTuber friends, Legendary Brandon, Legendary Trish, Legendary BuMpY. That was not my first meetup with the Legendary BuMpY. I met him a year before. I had him come here.
All right.
And obviously he remembers the moment that we made a lot of pizza. We ate anchovy pizza. What else?
Ooh.
Freaking delicious. It was, the video's up. I mean, it's greasy.
Well, it was a half anchovy pizza, and then the other half was like almost everything else on the menu.
Yeah.
Hey, hell yeah.
I mean,
So anchovy pizza was like this, and it was like one of those square like pizzas. So anchovy
Like a
pizza.
Detroit style. or
The
something.
other side of that half of pizza was like this.
Wow.
I mean, because BuMpY
It
was
was
so
loaded.
excited. Yeah, BuMpY went nuts. If he had done any more than that, it would have been over $100. It would have been, but he didn't. He stopped before it got to $100. Thank God, because that would have been crazy. Wouldn't have BuMpY if you had kept on buying that stuff. If you had kept on adding up, it would have been more than whatever you were
Yeah, I don't
spending.
remember what it cost.
I don't remember it was
probably
either.
around $40, but yeah.
Right, but any more, it would have been 100.
Oh, that's an expensive pizza. More yummy.
But yeah, it was a good pizza. That was my favorite part. But my other favorite part was being at the Legendary Brandon's house and Trisha's house and hanging out with BuMpY a second time. And also meeting one of my favorite people. All you guys are my favorite, but my favorite person was one of my favorite people was after Brandon and Trish and all my other YouTube friends.
We're not your favorite people. Come on.
Your trip. I'm not gonna say the name. Everybody knows, but everybody's. It's
You
a
can say
certain.
Tops, and it's all right.
It's a certain individual that I still have an interest in, but we don't need to get into that. But other than that, beyond that, it was a wonderful time.
Oh yeah.
And all
Treehouse.
yeah. Well, I wish I can go to Treehouse. I hope to do that one day next time I go
I'm
up.
glad we stopped you from climbing over a fence to get to the neighbor's house. That was a good.
Well,
idea.
that's because allegedly Brandon and me, we were joking around and
Too much beer from Brandon. Like, hey, let's throw you over the fence.
well, no, you have to understand. Me and Legendary Brandon were planning that for the past 2 years. Let's jump over the fence because he already done that. He went and I said I want to go to the neighbors, but then I figured it out not to do that. I tried to jump over and then I'm like, okay, let me get out of that. I don't want to crush my yeah. It's not what I want.
You don't want to crush your yaw.
Yeah, exactly. So other than that, that was my favorite thing in drinking beer. I mean,
the whole Boston trip story.
I didn't get buzzed, but because I didn't want to get drunk, but I still had a great time. I wanted to make sure I knew I was safe and all that, but I had lots of good food.
Yeah.
Yeah, Legendary BuMpY made a good meal. It was just all delicious. And I'm looking forward to many more with my peeps, and that's you guys and stuff.
He only slept an hour the whole trip. Drunken one.
Yeah, well, Drunken one's a trip. I love him. He keeps you on your toes.
Yeah. We'll see what it's like again.
Oh, what head were you
in
hitting?
2023.
They hit you in the crotch head or in the top head?
Oh, I'll plead the fifth.
I'm gonna try to go to Tennessee just so I can keep him company and make sure he doesn't do it again. Because
he will do it again.
Well, it's time.
I'm sure he's good.
It's time to go around and do any. We lost miscellaneous.
Andrew, see you in 20 years.
All right. Well, Alex will shout out miscellaneous.
Okay, unless he comes back.
But Alex, you only get 2 shout outs.
BuMpY, are you gonna keep ball busting, man? How I roll, man.
All right. Let's do promos and shout outs.
Good,
Shall
BuMpY.
we? Start off with Beer Man.
All right.
Okay. Beer and Cheese is tomorrow, so get ready for that, 8 o'clock Eastern. Bring what you like. Let's share it. Let's pair it. Let's share it. Let's pair it. Cool. Put that on a shirt. Wednesday will be a Christmas Vacation theme. The movie Christmas Vacation with Chevy Chase. So bring something that is like that movie or whatever. At 6 o'clock Eastern, 3 mine. And I'm still trying to edit a video, so look out for that. Haven't had the time. And that's about it. I have one I'll share out. I haven't shared him for a while. Northern Southerner beer reviews. Go check that dude out.
Northern Southerner. Wow.
He has
who won the Civil War on that one?
he's from like Northern England or something.
Oh Jesus! Never mind.
M&S Extra Time British Pilsner 4.5% is what his last video was.
Ooh.
So yeah, good dude, funny guy, cool guy. He's on Facebook as well. So yeah, cheers. Thanks, BuMpy.
Cheers. Thanks, man. Tanner, are you around?
Legendary Tanner, you in there?
All right, we'll skip over Tanner. We'll go to Eric.
All right. Shout outs? Yeah, shout outs. And what's going on the YouTube channel? This week is the 14th of December 2022. That is on a Wednesday. What is Wednesday? The Wild Card Wednesday. Bring a beer, wine, or a spirit to the Thomas Meadow 75 channel of YouTube. And let's have some fun. Beer, wine, or spirit, any adult beverage you want to really talk about. Seltzer water, adult beverage, sure. Just don't be a douche, and we'll be good. It'll be nice and fun that way. Yeah, what he said. No. Shouting out the people. Let's shout out for the beer. Let's shout out the Harry Meadows Blue Nose Beer Reviews. We haven't talked about him in for ages in this community. I don't know why. I feel like he went more live at one point recently, but he actually works at a brewery too. I think it's in Nottinghamshire, England. So you got any beer related brewing questions for anybody in the community? That would be a great resource.
I think he came on here
for a living. He does it for a living. He knows his stuff. I like to shout out whiskey people, and I'm going to shout out Matt at the ADHD Whiskey. The man is a barrel of laughs. You will laugh, you'll cry. His whiskey reviews and bourbon reviews are so hilarious, but they're right to the point. He keeps it lively and entertaining, and that's what you'll want from a good beer, from a good any kind of a review show, because I don't know, it could, if you don't have like a really big bubbly personality, it could get really, I don't know, it could get really stale. Just, oh, it's another bourbon review. But he's got a really good bubbly personality, and it's really funny. So yeah, Blue Nose Beer Reviews and ADHD Whiskey. Check him out on YouTube.
Actually, he came on here a while ago, long time ago. I remember
ADHD Whiskey?
No, I thought oh no, maybe
Blue Nose, Harry.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think he ever came on my channel.
No, he didn't come on the live stream. He came off air, hanging out.
Attention deficit, hyper deficit. Reviews.
All right. Well, Tanner, we'll kick it back to you. Do you have any promo shoutouts?
All right. Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll do a little Will It Mix again. It was fun last week. We'll do it again. Will It Mix. Grab any type of alcoholic beverage you want to mix with whatever else. You can mix 2 alcohols together. Mix 2 beers together. Do a little cuvee or a cuvee. It's Dan and Mike like to call it. Dan, Mike, and Joe. Shout out to them. Shout out to FLX Beer Reviews, Dan and Mike. Shout out to Joe, Beer Patrol. And also shout out to that guy, Josh. Last Beer Bowl Discussions, Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Short and sweet. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Well, I'm in my own little world sometimes. Listen to everybody, you know what I mean? Well, shout outs. I'm going to be doing, what's it called? The Firehouse Subs on Friday around 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. But again, if you don't have one, just look up the recipe, look up the menu and try to find something similar if you
Jimmy
can't find the
John.
actual, because that's how I'm going to do it, because I like people to join, and I don't like people, can't join because they don't have a firehouse up. So if you can, hey, you live and learn sometimes. And that's why I started doing that.
Can I make a sub and then set my house on fire?
Oh, that wouldn't be good, because then then you won't be living in your house anymore.
Well, that would be great.
Yeah. Okay, because then you could buy another house. I get you.
I probably shouldn't have said that live, because now if my house does actually burn down, they'll be like, oh.
Everybody, he's just joking around. Okay, let's not take it serious. He's just joking around, legendary BuMpy. That's all he's doing. God, love you, BuMpy. You're a trip.
You're my insurance agent.
Yeah, sure. I'm not a insurance agent, but I could say.
Is it getting warm? Is your house on fire, BuMpy?
Appreciate you, BuMpy. Yeah, so that's what we're doing around 8:00. Might do Alex and Friends on Friday, but then Jeremy's live, and I don't want to interfere with that. But I don't know. Because I have
Competition is great.
I have work on Friday maybe, and if I don't, I'll be doing Alex and Friends around 10:00, 10:30. If not, I'll do the Alex and Friends on Friday around 10:00, 10:30, and then we'll get back to regular scheduled programming the following Thursday. Because I don't want to go to work and be buzzed. I hate that feeling. So that's what we'll do. I mean, again, I hate stepping on Jeremy's.
Buzzed at work, right?
No, I don't. I don't like being because you feel tired and drained out. You don't want to do that. So yeah. So stay tuned for this coming up Friday. We're gonna be doing 2 shows. I've done it before anyway. I've done it after shows for Legendary Jeremy and all that, and I just did Alex and Friends on that as well. So yeah. Either way, we'll have Alex and Friends on Friday around 10:00, 10:30, and then the following week, like I said, Thursday, we'll be back to the regular scheduled program. So, hoping anyway. Other shows, I think Legendary Tanner has shot them out, but he didn't check out Legendary Rick Jopolis. Check out Legendary Rick Jopolis, which is his him, his mom. I'm not his mom. Him, his dad, and Rick Jopolis, his wife. Check them all out, and check out Legendary Bear. Check them all out. They do beer reviews. Most times it's Legendary Rick Jopolis himself, but if it's not him, it's him and his wife or the other 2 people. So stay tuned for that and all those wonderful things. And then also my own shout out, not anymore. I'm doing beer reviews every day right now, so that's for the Advent calendar. So I'll be doing the 12th tonight once I'm done here.
Oh yeah, Advent calendar.
What about miscellaneous?
Oh yeah, don't forget about that. Check out Legendary Miscellaneous, which is known as Miscellaneous Brew Reviews. He also has a second, his first channel, which is Miscellaneous Magnets. It's not been on there for a while, but check them both out because they have good stuff.
Content.
Yeah, good content. So yeah, Legendary Andrew does a great job and stuff like that. And obviously, he does shows on Thursdays, I believe. Legendary Andrew. I don't know what time now. I can't freaking remember now. I think 8:00. I think it's 8:00.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's 8:00. He does his shows now again because he took a break for a while. So he does his hanging out shows. Right, if it's what's that series called? He used to do year related thoughts, like getting drunk thoughts or something. Whatever the episode that series was. Or something else he does now. So yeah, stay tuned for those shows.
Inebriated thoughts.
What is it?
Inebriated.
Thank you. So check that out if he's doing that or something else. Either way, enjoy those shows, and they're around 8:00 on his channel.
Aneurysm thoughts.
Yes. Cheers.
Cheers. All right. Well, for my own personal song, I'm putting out. I have 0 beers lined up, so I'm putting out 3 videos a week on my 50-point inspections. The one that comes up on Wednesday is the last one that I've done. I did come down with flu-like symptoms. I did lose my taste a little bit. It's starting to come back. So I do have beers that I have yet to review that I plan on reviewing. Hopefully, my taste is fully back and I'm like really rip roaring and ready to go to get these 3 videos out each week to you. Live show, obviously, this show, New Brew, Monday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern is the start of the show. Next Monday is going to be a Christmas holiday special. So that's Christmas, holiday, any of the holidays, Hanukkah, whatever holiday
4th of
that
July?
falls in this season. Not 4th of July, in this
Okay.
season.
Oh,
Falls in this season. So you have
winter season.
Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, and Christmas, and I don't know. It's probably on the holidays.
Yeah, Kwanzaa.
So bring a beer next Monday to join a panel. It's got to still be one that you've never had. Now, it can be a style that fits in with the season. That's kind of typical. Like you think of a lot of like the Belgian beers and stuff. They do a lot of Christmassy stuff. So if you think of any Belgian type beers, also it can be like a Christmas or a holiday themed beer. Like maybe they decorated the can, you know. Maybe it says, maybe it's just a standard IPA. It's just a West Coast IPA, but the beer can says no reindeer were harmed in the making of this beer.
Jeez.
And, you know, there you go. It's basically holiday themed. So that's next Monday. Is a Christmas and holiday themed New Brew. So hope to see you all there. Bring questions. And I hope everybody is cheery and bright and happy and holly. And yeah, I would like to shout out. I don't know if Dan and Mike, you shouted them out, right, Tanner? FLX.
Legendary Tanner has done that, yes.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to shout them out again. Tanner. Jeez, Dan, if you're off of work and you want to join up and off panel, we might hang out for a little bit after this. Anybody else is welcome as well. Sam Smalley, if you quit your job suddenly, whatever. Whoever, Angie, if you want to join in, if you're still hanging around. But yeah, anybody's basically welcome. Tommy Carroll, if you have a camera and you want to actually join up on and off.
Yeah, that would be cool.
So I'm going to shout out the one channel I'm going to shout out is going to be Imperfectly Me Crafts. Check them out. It is Mallory and Chew. They're a couple, and they're just doing a great job. Just check them out. Imperfectly Me Crafts. So if you're into craft beer, if you're into like breweries, if you live in the Chicago area, if you're interested in Chicago beers, if you're interested in like, I don't know, they like basically put on like a movie, like a short film on some of their stuff that they do now. It's great. They're utilizing green screen and coming up with scripts and just having a grand old time. It's great fun. And Chew is a mystery too, because you never see his face. They always find a way, even if he shows up in the film, they always find a way to hide his face. So it's this ongoing thing of who is Chew, you know. It's good fun. Imperfectly Me Crafts. I highly recommend them to anybody if you're into crafts, if like actual crafts or craft beer, and you just want a good time. You just want to watch something that's like entertaining and just pretty well thought out and put together, and you just see people having fun. That's what that channel's about. I'm pretty impressed by them. Other than that, I want to shout out a viewer of the channel. He views a lot of our channel. He shows up in the chat a lot, and he gave us our question for tonight. He's given us lots of questions. So my shout out goes out to Tommy Carroll. Appreciate you watching content of ours, leaving comments, and joining in. Much appreciated. We need viewers like you to basically stay, in relevance. I mean, we can still do this stuff with nobody. When it kind of takes some of the fun out of it. If you have people that are joining in and stuff, it kind of roots you on, and it's nice. So, Tommy Carroll, thank you very much. Appreciate you, and hope to see you back again and again and again, and on each of our shows that we put on. So, yeah. On that,
For sure.
Alex, if you want to go ahead and take us on out. Now, I do have to say this actually real quick.
Go ahead.
I've been taking this, like, after Alex's thing, I've been putting up different clips. They're supposed to be funny and stuff like that. Where I've been finding those videos, that site's been taken down. So I don't have anything new. So I'm just going to recycle one, and I'll figure stuff out maybe next week. But go ahead, Alex. Take us on out of here.
This is Alex Beermaster, and we will see you all on the next live stream and next video. It's Alex Beermaster signing out. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Appreciate you.
Remember, it's okay to question the world around you, but you probably won't find the answers you're looking for. Bye!